Hmm. Okay, and we're gonna go here to here. Here, this, copy that, go here, do that. Okay. And back to here. Cool. Sweet. All right. We're in T11. I want to continue T11. Also, I definitely found that play with both. I don't know. I don't know. It just feels better. Being able to have that movement speed and just like crank to the next target is just, I don't know. It works. It works. It works.
It is done.
Okay, cool. Undercity. What do we got? Greater Herodic Cube materials. Or we can do this. Ancestral Legendaries. Sure, why not? I think it really matters. We just do it, have some fun. Damage. Hello? Dude, what? Where did my damage go? What the fuck? Okay, well, I need to clear this. Can we recover? Yeah. This dude just disappeared. Yeah, see ya. Like, I don't know. Hey, I don't understand. If I clear those, I should get time for it. No? Okay. Hold on. There we go. There we go. No, I don't think they did, because like this morning things were still okay. It wasn't as big damage as it was yesterday, but is there a post about it? Because the damage in terms of the scaling is still the same. It's still like plus 30,000%. I don't think they did anything. Trying to like get time. There we go.
Devoured many of your kind. How will you compare?
Go away. Oh, you bastard. Go away. Dude, I actually have to wait. I actually have to sit here and wait. Fix an issue with the sorcerers scaled far more than intended with skill point investment. That's all about it. Man. Well, we're about to find out. I'm going to go into the room, and we're going to test that shit. We're going to go into the training room. We're going to test that, because I know how much my damage was when I got to a specific point.
I need no past, only the hunt.
Dude, what bleed effect are you putting on me, you little turd?
Running will not see.
Please. There we go. Yeah.
Fought well.
Oh, yeah, they nerfed us. Yeah, same. So I have to rename the fucking stream? Did we got fucking nerfed? We're about to find out right now. I will admit, like, it does feel weaker. I was doing shit, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, well, we about to find out. I get it. Yeah. It's like they did. There we go. They nerfed us by a factor of 5? I think it's more than that. I think they nerfed us by a factor of 10. So it was an extra 0. This motherfucker. They nerfed us by a factor of 10. Oh, it was an extra 0 that they put into the scaling. That's what we were wondering about. Like, did you put in an extra 0? They sure as fuck did. They sure as fuck did. Wow. Blizz Nerfs. Meanwhile, Barb is doing trillions. We were doing trillions too. The Rogue just cleared like a pit 146 or 147 or something yesterday. Maybe even a 150. That's probably because of Azarath. But even then, it's just like, yeah, so Rogue was broken. Bars are hitting hard. Damn, dude, that sucks. We got nerfed. That means it's really not good for leveling now. I have to go into the planners and I have to like update it and be like, it got nerfed. Man. That means we are going to be farming in tier 10. Our war plans. We have to be in tier 10. Yeah, I'm messaging people right now. Oh, man. I'm going to process that one. We're going to have to do farming in tier 10s now instead of T11. It's not the end of the world. It's just like grr. That just means there's like other build possibilities though. I'm not too sad about it. Like if they want the game to be balanced around like tier 12 is fucking hard, you're not going to be able to farm tier 12 at lightning fucking speed. But you can farm T11 at lightning or T10 at lightning fucking speed, and that's when the reward stops scaling is at tier 10. I'm not against it because what was happening with Sorc was legitimately it was fucking Blizzard or nothing. What I'd like to see from them now is to do some hot fixes in terms of buffing other shit. Because even with the nerfs that they gave, even making Blizzard hit 10 times less is hard. Like, you made Blizzard hit 10 times less damage. It's still better than every other build by, like, a factor of 10. It was better than every build by a factor of 100. Now it's just better than every build by a factor of 10. And there are other builds out there that are really, 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 really effing cool. Like the Conjuration build looks fucking amazing. The Armageddon build looks really fucking good. The Fire Frozen Orb build looks really fucking good. It's just right now, it's still static. Like, still the best, but it's not by as much anymore. Which I'm honestly, I'm okay with. It was kind of, like, ridiculous. The fact that we were clearing pit 100s in, like, sub 90 seconds is ridiculous. So, you know, I'm actually, like, in all things, it's alright. So now basically what they said was, hey, you're gonna be nerfed by a factor of, would this be 15 pit tiers? That's 10, right? Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's about 15 pit tiers. So they nerfed us by a factor of 15 pit tiers is what they did. That's essentially what went down. Oh, runes. Okay. Talisman items. Talisman items is good. I like that one. That one. Yeah, all we had to do is drop a torment level. Okay. What unique charm did we get? Oh, we got Asus. Nice. Nice. I'd like it to be a better Asus. I wonder if I could re-roll that. You know what? Didn't it say that you could, like, re-roll 3 of the same thing into another thing? I'm wondering if I could re-roll these unique charms. unique into items or charms into a newer version of that unique. So, yes. Okay, so we could do that. That one's a decent one. That one's bad. That one's... Oh, it has to be 3 of the same one? Translate 3 of the same unique items or charms into a version of that unique. Into a new version of that unique. So I need 3 of these. I need 3 charms of this. Now, if I want to... Okay, here we go. So this is it. Craft a unique charm requires 1 ancestral unique item. So you have to put in, like, these 3. And then you have to put in an ancestral unique item. Well, I have an ancestral unique item. I do not. But that's how you would do it. Gotcha. Yeah, ancestral uniques are hard to come by. Oh, that's a sad day. That's okay. We're gonna be alright, guys. All we had to do is just drop it from tier 11 to tier 10. That's all we had to do. That's the nerf they did. They nerfed us by 1 torment tier. It's kind of all that happened. Oh, I haven't done the Kid Bar do one in a while. It's not the biggest deal, but it sucks. So like, all right, process it. All right, we're fine. We're moving on. It needed to happen. It was out of control. You wouldn't have wanted to play anything else. Oh my god, man. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're going to take 1 point out here, and we're actually going to do... Oh. I don't even have the fucking Frost Orb. Oh my god. It's all a disaster. Hold on. I wasn't even doing the thing where the Frost Orb was making things vulnerable, which is everything I was attacking wasn't vulnerable, which is a 20% damage multiplier, which is why I wasn't doing that much damage. So that fucking helps quite a bit. As well as getting the barrier. And then... probably want that. Okay. Alright, we're gonna... I was doing a lot of changes to the build. I found out a lot of other things too, by the way. There we go. No.
What is this?
Oh yeah, it's the quest. I thought they abandoned it. I can go like down to this area, I guess. It just prevents me from backtracking. Oh my god, man. I need to be better about that shit. I'm so tired of these, like, one-shot mechanics, man. You don't have time to respond to them, and they designed it that way because this game's, like, all about blasting, right? So the idea is when these affixes come out, you're not supposed to dodge them. You're not supposed to be able to dodge those. It is rather frustrating. See, like, look how fast those come out. It's ridiculous. By the time I even saw them on the ground, I was barely able to move out of time. But I think that's how they designed it. Like, they want it to be that way. Because then it just becomes a defense check. Does this title mean they're nerfing it? No, it means they nerfed it. Not that they are nerfing it, that they nerfed it. It's doing 10 times less damage than it was 6 hours ago. Like, I used to be able to just one-shot her in T11. Okay, hold on. I gotta go back to town now. Still looks pretty. I mean, yeah, it is still. You're right. It is still pretty fucking good. That's why it got nerfed. It's because it's still pretty fucking good even after the nerf. All right. I'm still looking for one that's a double canes. I wonder if you can reroll these. Hold on. Can you reroll legendary? You can. That's cool. But now it's like a different thing altogether. Interesting. Okay, from here, let's go ahead and look over the ones that we have. When you do something like this, I actually don't want to roll that. Give me back my Beirut. Thank you. You do something like this, I think it can roll into a different set. Yeah. So if you want to reroll the same one, it's a little bit different. So then what do you get for salvaging these? Nice. That's actually the material that you need to do the reroll on, like if you do... where is it? Reroll the set charm. That's the one that's the limiter. Is that one. Fair. Do I have... how's my fair looking? That's the one I... Wow. I'll take it. And that's why you do the reroll set charm. So now the only one is the only one that's not giving me one is Phoba. So it has to be a Phoba. Or it has to be a +3 to shock skills. Damn. So you can get 4 to frost skills? Damn, I kind of want to keep that, dude. I'm actually just going to keep that. Holy damn. Even though, like, no, actually I couldn't use it. I wouldn't even use it with a frost build. I wouldn't even use World Strikes with frost build. This doesn't even work. I wouldn't even use it. I would use it with the other one, the frost one. This needs to be +4 to shock skills is what it needs to say. That would be amazing. +2 to shock skills. That's the Miller. This is what upkeeps my my unstable currents for longer. Which does... Okay, so if we look here, it says 29.5. I put this on. Now it's 32 seconds. So it's increasing it by 2.5 seconds. It's really powerful. Like, when you get all the shock skills put into unstable currents, and you're able to get unstable currents to last for like 40, 50 seconds, it starts scaling all of the damage to like just wild levels of bullshittery. And Blizzard is still a shock skill. So we're okay on that. My damage is going from 32.6 if I did this instead. What? That's a massive. That's 2,000%. That's insanity. One extra skill point gives it 2,000% scaling. That's like 6% damage. That's kind of wild. Or sorry, like, yeah, 8%. Oh, it's like 8% multiplicative damage. Is Blizzard Sorc still fine, or should I build in a different build? I am on T6 at the moment. No, Blizzard is still fine. Blizzard's still fine. It's just not as OP as it was. So I'm alright right now. I want to keep that though. Okay, so now I know how to like reroll talismans and stuff, which is gonna be really fun. You just need to pick up like every charm you can find, man. Oh, this isn't... the hell tide ended. Funny. Well, I guess we could go... I don't even know what we could do. Okay, good to hear because I like it. It is fun. It is fun. The cool thing is that other builds now become, like, relevant, you know? It's not like, oh, well, just play fucking Blizzard because Blizzard's that fucking powerful. Like, it now brings other things in line. What I would really like to see them is to bring other stuff a little bit up. How do you keep unstable currents up? Okay. So, when you first are starting putting this build together, the way that you have to keep unstable currents up is through Essadoras and Asus. Or sorry, Essadoras and Flicker Step. So right now I'm running Asus. Don't worry about it. That's for later. That's for later. Now what you need to do is you need to run Flicker Step. Flicker Step is what you need to run. I don't even know if I have Flicker Step anymore. I think I deleted mine because I don't need them anymore. The ones where when you evade through enemies, it reduces your ultimate cooldown. So when you're able to do this with your teleport, for every 5 seconds that goes by, you're able to reduce your cooldown by another 5 seconds. So essentially what you're doing is if you're able to do it within 30 seconds, which is how long your unstable current should be up for about, you should be able to reduce the cooldown of your unstable currents by roughly 15-20 seconds, which will help a lot with the Flicker Step. And then Essadoras. Essadoras is the main thing. I'm going to build it for sure. I'm still working on my lock, though. Yeah, it's really it's Flicker Step and Essadoras. Those are like the two things. Then what happens is you get to a point where we're gonna talk about it in the guide video that I'm going to put up at this weekend because we're kind of giving it a week to go by, and then I'm going to drop a guide on like the Endgame variant. I'm going to give people time to like kind of catch up before I drop it. I don't want to drop it too early. And this is going to be the video that's going to be talking about the fact that I was able to actually scale this build's damage higher than what you would think through like purely attack speed and shot crit. So this is a dot build. So if you don't know, like it being a dot build, you shouldn't be building any crit in this build. There should be no crit in this build whatsoever, right? Because it's a dot build. So dots don't scale off crit. They don't do anything with crit. But if you'll notice something, I'm using Asus and I have crit. So I have 28.6% crit here because of the Asus that's put there. But then what happens is that I also have 10% extra crit for my shock skills, another 15% for my shock skills, and then 40% crit because of Nagu Gar. So that's 25 plus 40, that's 65 on top of this crit right here. So we're at like 93% critical hit chance for my shock skills. And you're probably wondering to yourself, why in the fuck are you doing that? Like, what is the point of having 90% critical hit chance? And the reason is for that. Shock skill critical strikes grant 2.4% shock damage for 4 seconds. Stacks do not refresh the duration, unfortunately. I would love stacks to be able to refresh the duration. Or for it to be like, I don't know, 4 seconds is I think it's kind of balanced. Because I'm able to get right now, within that 4-second period, I'm able to get to consistently 100 stacks. So at 100 stacks, this thing is giving a 240% damage multiplier. And because it's over 4 seconds, you need to half that. So on average, this item is giving me 120% multiplicative damage. Turns out, when your unstable currents is going apeshit with your chain lightnings, your ball lightnings, your lightning spears, everything that's just going off and just doing bombastically stupid shit with your crackling energy and everything, all that stuff, it turns out you're actually doing a lot of damage instances a second. So when you're doing all of those damage instances a second, it just turns out that your shock skills are basically stacking this up. Now, the other cool part about this that's interesting is that we do want to build crit for the sense of chain lightning. So the idea here is that with chain lightning, we are able to create crackling energy when chain lightning crits. And so when you have unstable currents up, you can cast a chain lightning. And if you can get the chain lightning up to like 90% crit, then what happens is it's got one chain, and then the chains are doubled. So right now, I believe it's chains up to 12 times. I think if you take that out, it's 6. Yeah, so it's 12. So what happens is every single time the chain lightning goes out, it's able to actually produce somewhat about like 10 crackling energies every single time. And you usually are able to cast a chain lightning every 3 to 4 blizzard cast is when this thing is able to go off. So basically every second or two, you're able to generate another 10 crackling energy because of the chain lightning. So we want crit for the chain lightning. At the same time, we're also going to have it to where ball lightnings are going to produce crackling energies, right? So we have crackling energies there and there. And when all this stuff like comes out with the crit, then what we have is Esadoras. Now what Esadoras is doing is that it's expending our crackling energy really fast. Now, why is that important? The reason being is that we can actually gather more crackling energy than what our cap is. So our cap for crackling energy, I believe, is like 10 or 12 or something like that. And what that means is that let's say that there's 100 crackling energy on the ground and you have a target in front of you, but you can only release your crackling energy once per second. So if there's 100 crackling energy on the ground, you're not just going to dissipate all 100 crackling energy. You're going to expend one and then pick up one, then expend one, then pick up one, then expend one, then pick up one. Now your pick up time isn't capped. You can pick up 100 all at the same time, but your expenditure rate, that's capped because you can only attack like 2 times per second. So how do we expend the crackling energy fast enough so that we can pick up more crackling energy? See, that's the key. How do we expend it so that we can pick up more? Well, Esadoras is allowing us to discharge the rate based on attack speed, which means that we really want our attack speed to be through the roof. Really, really through the roof. All right? By increasing our attack speed, we are now going to be able to expend that crackling energy super, super fast. When that crackling energy gets expended super, super fast, we're now going to combine that with boundless unstable currents, because unstable current states that it increases your shock damage by 8.5% and reduces unstable current's cooldown by 0.34 seconds when you absorb crackling energy. So when you're spending that crackling energy super fast, that means you're going to be able to pick up every single crackling energy that's around you, which means nothing goes to waste because you're able to expend it so fast. When you pick up this stuff, I have been able to get this up to about 150 on average. Like 100 to 150 on average is what I'm able to get this to every single time. So that's really good. The next thing is, okay, how do we actually create more crackling energy through unstable currents? Because it's giving us this effect where lucky hit up to 85% chance to form a crackling energy whenever you cast a skill. All right. So whenever that's the case, what that means is that if we attack faster, we are going to be able to generate more crackling energy. So we come to this weird like dilution where like the way this build scales damage in the oddest fucking way possible is instead of just going for flat fucking massive damage buffs, which is what most people are doing in order to pit push, actually the best way to scale this fucking build, which is so fucking weird as a dot build, is attack speed and crit. The way that we scale this dot build is through attack speed and crit. And when we're able to stack this right here with this at the same time being the boundless energy, we create this giant fucking multiplier, or 2 multipliers that are just going to compound against each other. And we're also able to upkeep our unstable currents 100% of the time because of the fact that Esadoras states that when the crackling energy hits things, it's going to reduce the cooldown of your abilities. So we're able to completely upkeep our unstable currents without really having to actually invest too much into cooldown reduction. We don't really need any cooldown reduction in order to upkeep it when we get our attack speed and our crit high enough, because we're creating enough crackling energy and we're dissipating this crackling energy so fast that it's actually going to reduce the cooldown of our abilities without even having to need cooldown. It's super cool. It's a cool build. It's fun. But it has breakpoints. So like you gotta figure out how you're gonna slowly build your way into there. Which means I kinda have to like rewrite some things. But we're gonna be right. Do I have a link to the build? I do. And for you, it'll be right here. Now, this version that I'm giving you, this is the version that is going to work for 95% of the population right now. You need the flicker steps to upkeep the unstable currents. You need that right now. But in the min-max version, you do not. In the min-maxed version of this build, you do not need flicker step. Yo, Otter, how's it going? Depression, dude. They nerfed my Blizzard build. Crit version doesn't seem worth to me. Well, that's okay. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. I did the testing for the crit version versus the non-crit version. The crit version does exceptionally more damage. Like, way more fucking damage. It's, like, wild how much more damage the crit version does. Because I swapped. I was using the version that's in the pit pushing. I was using the pit pushing variant. And I went in to, like, test the scaling damage. And turns out when you run the crit damage, you're actually able to output, like, 80% multiplicative more damage than running non-crit. Crit just ends up doing like 80% more damage in a push variant. For leveling, you switch at like level 30, but I don't know if you want to do this for leveling anymore. I don't think it's the best build, because the reason why it was so good in leveling was because it was doing like 10 times damage, but now they nerfed it by 10 times damage, so I don't think it's going to work very well. I have to update the build guide for that. Sorry. Let's do our quadruple teleport. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hop on our little horsey. We got our little quadruple teleport again. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the highest pit I can do easily? I mean, I don't pit push very much, so I haven't really been able to do that. If I had the Azarath power with the Mythic Seal, I could probably do a 120. As of yesterday, that's now. As of yesterday, I probably could have done like a 140. Because yesterday I was able to do a pit 100 in 80 seconds. I would, but the problem is that I'm the Sorc main for MOBA, so kind of until like a month down the line, I can't really play any other builds. I gotta like master this class. So in this scenario, this is where Flicker would be nice. There we go. We didn't attack enough things. Like, we were moving around and talking too much. You really need to be, like, move and keep attacking things consistently. Because when the unstable currents goes down, your damage is bye-bye. It requires you to, like, legitimately not attack anything for a while for that one to happen. So Blizzard already nerfed the Sorc? Yep, they did. They sure did. Ah. Trying. Hit it. Oh. Why did they nerf Sorc? Was it stronger than the lock? Yes, it was. It was the second strongest class. It was doing more damage than the Warlock, yes. Damn, that was fast. I guess they need the Warlock to be the top damage to keep motivating people to buy the expansion. Yep. That's kind of... I think, honest to God, I think that's what's happening. Except, here's the funny part. How many of you... Do any of you know what the best class is in terms of pit clearing so far? And it's not even close. It's the Rogue. The Rogue did like a 147 last night. Yep. Come on. I'm waiting for the goodies to appear. There they are. There he is. Hey, buddy. What rogue? Mippy cleared a 147 yesterday, dude. Rogue is playable at that buying expansion. Did they nerf Sorc? Yes, they did. They nerfed us. I think a lot of the reason why they nerfed us is we are so far fucking ahead of everyone else that like people are kind of... I don't think people understand. Like, what was it? When Diablo 4 first got released, right? The people that were shitting on Diablo 4 and saying how bad or how good of a game it was, whatever the case they were saying, they were just going out and being like, hey, this game is this. And we all completed the campaign in like 12 hours. Like 12 to 18 hours is how long it took for us to complete the entire campaign, right? I think it was actually way faster than that. I think we completed it. Yeah, I think it was like 12 hours. Like we completed the campaign. We were done like super, super fast with the campaign in like 12 hours. Take that into consideration. Then what happened was that the guys came on at the end and we're going into season 1 and going, hey guys, so in case you didn't know, here's the statistics for you. 50% of people, or over 50% of people who bought Diablo 4 have not beaten the campaign until the first month. So that means of all of the people who did beat the campaign, 50% of people who bought the game, who beat the campaign, not 50% of people who bought the game, 50% of the people who bought the game and beat the campaign. Holy damn, Spiritborn 150, yeah. So the thing is that like all these pit clears, they're all happening because of Azeroth. Like everyone's doing this because of Azeroth, and you farm for the other dude, the Spiritborn caller or whatever, and then you basically wait until like the group and you pull them all together and you do quadratic damage and blah 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 blah, right? Yeah. Everyone knew that Azeroth was going to be busted. We told them it was going to be busted, so I don't know if they're when or if they're going to nerf it. We told them it was stupid and that they needed to nerf it, but whatever. So right now, most people are in the campaign. That's what I'm trying to get to, right? Most I'd say like 70 to 80% of people who are playing this game are still playing the campaign. And right now, the build that is by far and large the strongest in the campaign is the Sorc. So what they're doing is they are nerfing things based on what most people are at the moment. And it's going to take some time before they either touch the late game builds or just don't touch them at all, because most people won't even have access to them. You don't want to balance your game around the top 1%. Don't balance your game around the top 1%. It never goes well. Don't do that. I see Rob upload a video talking about it. The Spiritborn and the Rogue. Yep. Yep. Get some stacks here. Alright, cool. Ooh, I might have fucked that up. Yeah, I definitely fucked that up. I really fucked that up. Damn. I was hoping to get some stacks, but right when he spawns. Yeah. We're dying. I don't know if I can save this. That's a lot of puddles. Alright. Yeah, he puts this like dot on you and it just, yeah. That dot is fucking wild. And now I have to wait. I actually might be able to reduce the cooldown really fast down here. Hold on. I don't know what spell I'm casting or what I do. Take expert increase does for all sources. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what spell I cast or what thing I do that causes me to take damage the way I do, but there we go. Yeah, damage I don't deal in my ult, isn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy to me how things can be ancestral now and not be. Titans Grass is the strongest in camp. I don't. What? Oh boy. That's not good. Are we back? We're back. Alright, cool. So here's the ancestral. So now I want to try this. Okay, so we have the ancestral unique, right? And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab out 3 that are like bad. We don't care about them. Okay, that's one we don't care about. Aces is decent. This Talrashus is bad. And Rachnots is bad. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go down here. And now it says you can craft a unique charm. And it says 1 ancestral unique item. Here's it. What? Transmutes a unique equipment item into a unique charm. Am I stupid? Ancestral unique staff. I need an ancestral unique item. Huh? What am I missing? Some uniques are excluded. Get the fuck out of here. You piece of shit. Hey, we need you to have an ancestral unique item except the one that you just got. Yeah, that one's not gonna work. That's unbelievable. Okay, so what about this blue rose? Does blue rose work? Blue rose does not work. That's fucking crazy, dude. So what? They took out all of the ancestrals that you can get from boss layers? Because they didn't want people to farm that? That's crazy, brother. Yeah, that's wild.
Chart the course. Where do we strike?
Because you can craft them with the cube too? I don't know. I don't know. What are these? Huh. A larger amount of charms and seals. Or, yeah, I'll take the experience. We do a pit. Nightmare dungeon? Okay. That's fine. We do it.
A sound strategy. Let's see it done.
What are we doing? A nightmare dungeon. Okay. I have stuff for this. Champion's Demise is pretty long. Fuck it, we're doing it. Give me that. Now we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now we did another teleport. Now we can do my quadruple teleport again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you using the lightning rune? I'm assuming you're talking for the set piece? Yes. Yeah, I'm getting to a point to where the only ones I want to pick up are Ancestrals, because Ancestrals can have the better affixes. We're called to appreciate the Sorc concept, of course. Yeah, I did testing with Tal Rash's versus that one, and the Lightning one's better. Alright, I need to set a new loot filter. Add a rule. Okay. Okay, so hide all. Go ancestral. So how do you? So these like take. So how do I get it to just show? So it needs to show ancestral, but it needs to hide legendaries. So hopefully that works. I think the same is for uniques at this point. Like I don't want to see it. Item type. There's a charm or heroic seal that's legendary, then that's good. What world tier? Tier 10 right now. I'm just blasting tier 10s. I could do tier 11s and tier 12s, but like it's slow. That's the problem. It's like it's not even slow. It's just like medium, but you want to blast. All right, so the goal here is that like this is the item rarity being legendary. Oh. God damn it. God fuck. Why do I have to save the changes? That's so stupid. Okay. Okay. Gonna show the item type or the item properties. Item properties and item type. There we go. Okay, so this should work. Now when I drop that, it doesn't show. But if I just drop this one, it doesn't show. That's fucking dumb. What's the point of the loot filter if it can't fucking do that shit? What is that shit? Also, is the planner up? Yes, it is. Planner is up. What is that shit? Hide text label, maybe? Look at that. So it's, I'm telling you, I want you to show it. I want you to show it if it's ancestral. But I want you to hide it if it's legendary. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, all I want to see is ancestral shit. Rulers at the top take precedence over those below. Okay, so if that's the case, then shouldn't the one that's up top, being the show the rule, being the ancestral, take precedence over the fact that I want to hide the legendary? Because I got 2 right here. There's an ancestral there. Now, if I do this, and I go to loot filter, and I do this, bam. Oh, look, it shows. So maybe I have to switch them? What if we switch the rules? Nope, doesn't show. That's some bullshit. What's the fucking point of this? What's the whole fucking point of the loot filter if you can't do that? What does recolor do? So the way I have to do this, which is so stupid, is I have to do hide. And then what I have to do is come here, and I don't need to do that, but I just need to do a recolor on that. Make the color all nice and whatever, like a red is fine. Save the changes, and now, oh, that's the one I want. That's crazy to me, man. Yes. Yes. Hiding the legendary may also hide the ancestral if it's legendary ancestral. Yes. So how can I just have you show me that it's ancestral if it's a legendary? But I don't want to see other legendaries. Oops. You guys didn't think about that one? Damn. Almost seems like Path of Exile did. Path of Exile got that shit on fucking lock. It's alright. They're 10 years ahead. Fucking assholes, man. Oh yeah, there you are. We're gonna get a new location here. Cool. Yeah, that makes it easier. Just look for the red. Look for the red. Easy. Why does the game keep doing this? What do I have open that's like... It's gotta be this. Hold on. Gotta be like caches or something that are being... Yeah, it's causing a RAM overload. There we go. Imagine having like 60 gigs of RAM and still... It's gotta be these, yeah. That should help a bit. It's amazing how much RAM a internet browser will start sucking up. By the way, if you're watching YouTube, make sure that if you are wanting to type something and want me to respond to it, that you refresh the page and ask the question, because YouTube, it follows at like a 0.9 speed, which means that after about 10 minutes, you're about a minute behind where I am live. So that's the sacrifice you pay for being able to get streamed in 1440p. So. Can't get around it.
I need no past, only the hunt. I was created.
Sweet. I literally picked up everything. That's kind of cool, I guess. Alright, from here, it's going to be the Infernal Hordes. I want to see what Infernal Hordes does. Will it just consume the key that I have? Let's see what happens. This is a 6-wave. We don't like 6 waves. I need unstable currents. Now what do we want to do? Want to do Hellborn or do we want to do Exalteds? Or do we want to do Teamings? Because we could get the Aether on that. Let's see Hellish. Is the ability to get nerfed hard to where it's not playable? No. You can still run. I am still able to clear Pit 100 in less than 3 minutes. it got nerfed, but it didn't get nerfed that hard. It got nerfed from insanity is what happened. Now, it's probably not going to be usable in campaign anymore. Probably not the best when it comes to that, but it's still very good. I mean, this is Torment 10, everything's getting one shot, so. Which is what we want for Hordes. We want everything at one shot. Blizzard nerf Blizzard typical. That would be good, but we actually need more Hellborn. We're not getting a lot of Hellborn. As soon as I say that. So it seems like we're getting the events out at a nice rate. We just need more Aether at this point. So Aether Goblins is like a guaranteed 250, or we could do a really thing. I think it'd be able to stack or whatever kind of enemy you want to say. So I'm trying to shoot events. You can. It's one of the upgrades that you can get for Infernal Hordes. And I'm gonna do that one. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, the portals need to be like deleted immediately. Oh my god, get out of here. Ooh. Oh, Paleborn. You don't want two Exalted Hordes. They, lose value. Was pre-nerf Blizzard doing any more damage than normal Warlock builds? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They, right, by quite a bit. Ooh. Dude, god dang it. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I don't even have like puffing masses or anything like that. But this is rough because I have to somehow scrounge together like yeah, I'm gonna have to scrounge together 400 Aether in 2 rounds. Is it playable or no? I mean, look, dude. Is it T10? I guess. Ah, there were like 4 events that spawned right on top. Say it's all grand and stuff, but I don't have things like Surging Hellborn or Summon Hellborn or anything like that. What seal would come close to Blizzard if you had to pick one as a replacement? Conjurations, Meteor, Standard Blizzard Ice Spikes are all looking really good. Look at all those Ancestrals. That was an Ancestral Set Charm. That's what that was. Nope, don't need anything else. That's it. Man, homie to actually like drop some shit, you know? I really need gem fragments though. Like I really need gem fragments. Thank you. How many gem fragments do I have now? 47. Ooh. Yeah, the Conjuration build looks fucking phenomenal, bro. If they buffed Conjurations just a little bit, the Conjuration build looks fucking awesome. Like, absolute peak. Oh! Oh, I got Air of Perdition. Well, that's cool. And earn Mother's Favor, increasing your damage dealt by 80%. Slaughter enemies to briefly steal Mother's Favor from surrounding enemies. I feel like that's better. Like, yes, I get a lot of armor and life from this, which is defense, but this damage is something that we need right now. I'm gonna try it out. Oh. First, do that.
Thousands of gems in a handful of dust.
And it hit on the lucky hit chance too. Okay, so it hitting on the lucky hit chance is actually kind of... It's actually kind of dank. This is really, really good that it hit on the lucky hit chance, because that's exactly what this does. Hitting this lucky hit chance amount. This unstable currents, that's what this is all about. Wow! 4 ranks go from the lucky hit chance from that to 63. Ooh. It also hits the scaling super, super fucking hard on Blizzard. Not too bad. It's not too bad. It also subtracts the time at which I'm able to have unstable currents up for. So now it's only up for 25.5 seconds, but has a cooldown of 82 seconds versus it has a cooldown of 72 seconds, but it's up for that long. Yeah, I can't run Air of Perdition right now. Not yet. Not yet, but I do want Air of Perdition. So we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that there. Hey, I did get it. Looks like everything else is kind of eh. These okay, I actually want to like craft gloves and see what that does. Hit GA on the intelligence is pretty dope. Also, I don't know if Axial Conduit counts as an ancestral unique, or this Talrashas, or this Ophidian Iris. Do any of these count for that whole talisman the reforged challenge and everything? The Talrashas. So the Talrashas counts. Okay. So let's go ahead and try this. Oh. That's why. It's taking the unique power of the thing and putting it on the charm. Ah. That's why only certain uniques work. Interesting. So that's a way you can figure out. So Flicker Step is one that you can put on. Interesting. So that's a way that you can figure out what goes on what. Overwhelming Currents is the one that we want. Man, remember when Ophidian Iris used to be absolutely peak, dude? I remember.
It is done.
Oh my god, thank you. Gems. Give me all of the gems. And it gave me 2 flawless topazes.
From creation, destruction.
I still can't. How much does it cost? I can't even create a royal. Those grands are crazy. Oh, this is a nightmare dungeon. Look, I didn't do it. Buried Halls is fine.
My savior. My savior.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Oh, bless you. Bless you.
Huh. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. It's very different. So, wait. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. 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 What the fuck? Okay, hold on. I said to hide it if it's a rare. Show if it's ancestral. But then when I do this... Oh, now it shows. So it's just broken in town? Awesome. So now it won't show. And the same thing should go for options. Sorry. Loot filter. The uniques. Oh, you know what was happening? Is that it was 2 conditions. It needed to be ancestral and it needed another thing. So it's 2 separate things. That's what it is. Okay, so now what it needs to do is it needs to do an item type. And show those. I'm not gonna lie, I like the recolor though. The recolor is nice. That's how it did. Do you not use familiar? I do not. You can. It probably would be actually better for me right now because I'm doing content where like I'm consistently getting into a situation where I need the cooldown. So, and I don't need anything to be popped with the vulnerable. So maybe, yeah, maybe I should. It was helping me with bosses is what it was doing. It was helping me put on stagger on the bosses. But I do like having the... having the familiars put in cooldown reduction. What was bugs? I don't. What do you mean? Oh, just the scaling of the blizzard was just too strong. Pretty much it.
Many more to come.
Oh, that's beautiful. Doesn't show me anything I don't care about anymore.
Come. Let us plan our next.
All right, so we have some points that we can spend. So for the Tree of Whispers, completing a Whisper has a chance to trigger a Whisper Ambush. Whisper Ambushes sometimes include bosses. These bosses will always burst out with contents of greater collections of chaos when slain. Varshan can now appear Whisper. Slay Varshan to earn contents of ancestral collections of chaos. Interesting. Plant corrupted roots to grow an exposed root. These will attract nearby enemies and have a chance to grow larger and summon more fierce enemies. Regions of sanctuaries each bear different fruit. Enemies that are drawn to exposed roots have +1 monster power. Planted corrupted roots in Helltide deals double rewards. Head rat and bosses that are drawn to exposed roots have +1 monster power and will always drop a Whisper Cachet. That's very interesting. Material collection or a collection of chaos. That's amazing, actually. What? Oh, the refund cost is like 45 fucking million. Oh. Damn. I didn't know about that. So we really got to plan this out. I'm trying out different things. Is it cooked now? No, dude. Guys, chill. It's not cooked. God damn. Y'all have been fucking traumatized by Blizzard nerfs, man. Where, like, when something was giga overpowered, they nerfed it to a state of, like, now it's completely fucking unplayable and you have to switch a build. It's like, no, no, no. You don't understand. It was giga overpowered, but it's still the strongest Sorc build. But that's what you don't get. Like, they nerfed it, but it's still the strongest Sorc build, even after the nerf. Instead of Hellborn, 2 butchers are connected. The butchers have a high chance of putting them a profane cage. Items or okay. +1 monster level in an area is pretty good because it causes them to drop like more abundant cinders. I think that's the one I want though. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. Layer bosses. All equipment that would drop from Horde chest are converted to gold, except for unique mythic items. Nice. Except for unique and mythic items. Awesome. That means that like you can actually get quite a bit of gold from doing bosses. As for the whisper thing, I guess that's nice. More experience is good. Gem fragments drop instead of Obdicite in the Infernal Hordes. Oh my god, yes. Obdicite drops instead of gem fragments, or defeating the Fell Council Orbitic reveals the Horde of Greater Equipment, which contains a colossal delusion of equipment and other rewards. Okay, that can be later. We need this. We need Flawless Find. So we need to do Infernal Hordes. Wherever it may be. And there's one. And it won't be enough. So that means we just need to get through this quick. There's dungeon keys and there's... Actually, I do need dungeon keys. I need the grand amount of experience.
A sound strategy. Let's see it.
Okay, I need to do a pit. Cool. Where do you farm Obdicite? From the war plans, my dude. War plans, that's the answer. I hate how there's a downtime on Helltides now. It's been that way for like 2 years. Where have you been?
Curse this place. Being followed.
the war plans. I feel like the time needs to go. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Because there's moments where I'm doing it in the war plans and it cancels out. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I agree. I agree with that. It sucks when you're like in the middle of a war plan and you've been spending like 15 minutes there and then the war plan is over. And you're like, God damn it. Yeah, totally get that one. Yeah, there's Chinese player making 128s after Nerf. Yes. Yes, correct. I am not complaining. I think it's a good change because it brings other builds to light. I am just giving the information. It was nerfed by a factor of 10. So, you know, do with that what you will, my man. That's just giving someone a reason to log off. I agree. Oh. I didn't even know I had those. Dude, damn. Okay, whoa, wait a minute. These are some pants. These are some pants. That GA int is awesome. Okay. All right, so this is where we need to add the affix, but it needs to be a focused. So there's a focused reroll. Change an affix to one of the same category. So that's a focused reroll. There's removing the affix. There's chaotic, and then there's adding the affix. So we want to add an affix. Now when we're doing this, we want to tune it. We don't want offensive. We want a defensive. We can do a resist. It's both offensives. We want armor. So we put in that, and then that should make it so that where it could roll a defensive. Ooh. Okay, we still need to roll for defensive, but maybe I can reroll the life regen. It really needs to hit like armor or barrier generation, because this is exactly the rolls you want. You want barrier gen, armor, max life int. That's like exactly what you want. Man. So now we need to remove an affix. And we have to hope it doesn't hit the defensive one, being the maximum life. Okay, it didn't. That's good. So now we need to do a add affix. And it removed the life. Dead. It's dead. Okay, I really like that. I actually am super, super big fan of this. This feels like Path of Exile to the extreme. I love that shit. I love how you can take something you're like, oh, fuck, it's got a really good, like, two things. And I can add these affixes to it or remove it. And with Chaos Orbs, this is exactly what can happen, where you can just brick the fucking item. I love this shit. That's awesome. Okay, yo, this season has already... That just won, like, 2 points for me. The crafting from the Heraldric Cube. That's awesome. I never really messed with it till now, but that is peak. That is exactly what you want it to be.
That's it for that piece.
That is peak. You know what? Fine. Hungry Spires is actually pretty good. They actually might save it with the Spires. The Spires I noticed drop like a lot. Even though they're kind of a pain in the ass activity, they did actually make them a little bit more worth it. Ah, we're gonna do it. They spawn less often, but when they do, they get a lot. We'll see what happens. The treasured spires. Fuck it, we're doing it. Even less often, but hey, they spawn a lot. I want to see what happens. We're testing it. We're doing it live. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they would like make it to where like, oh, they spawn less often now. Which means it's like, oh, it's feast or famine. Okay, so now we have one. And you're just sitting here praying for a spire to spawn. Yeah, anchored masses is what's gonna pull this together. Spawning so many ether fiends, bro. Wave starts with spawn stall spire. That's really big. Aether Fiends spawn as Aether Lords. Okay. So now this is a case of, like, if it spawns a mass, it can spawn a Spire. If it spawns a Spire, it's a Spire. And if it doesn't, it's going to spawn as an Aether Fiend. Now it's going to spawn as an Aether Lord. Okay. Well, this works. Exact, huh? Alright, so it kind of came together a little bit in the end there. I actually kind of want to do this. Because you can get seals and you can get charms here. How about the rare charms? I don't need the rare charms. Linta. And potion healing? Okay. We want to shock skills is what we want. Ragnaros and Talrashas. Okay. So I got another Ragnaros. Still haven't been able to find a double canes there. That feels bad. Wait, the new patch needs Nerf Sorc? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Indeed. Indeed it did. What does this give? Master working materials? Attribute, I don't know. Runes. Roger cube materials. I'll do that. Isidora's still from Lord Zir? No, it's from Varshan. How bad? What are the changes? They nerfed it by a factor of 10. So it's like 10, 15 pit tier levels. But even after the nerf, there is a Blizz that's cleared to 128. So it's like, eh. Oh, it's a, yeah, absolutely. It's still completely viable. Yeah, apparently there's like people who are having fucking PTSD from Blizzard nerfs, dude. Because I guess when they nerf things, they nerf them way too hard. Ah, God, I hate it when this happens. Ah. Such a great lag bug, man. Great ping. Love it. Man, this is fucking brutal. I think it's just crash. Yeah, I think we're just gonna close it. I think we're just gonna shut it down. Wait, what were the nerfs? They nerfed it by a factor of 10. They nerfed the blizzard damage by a factor of 10. That's what they did. Did I not kill him? All blizzard or just shock blizzard? I think just shock blizzard. Which makes regular blizzard more viable now, actually. With the ice spikes, who knows, dude? Might actually, like, fucking hit. My ice spikes blizzard are going pretty good, but I haven't got logged in today. Yeah. Ice Spikes Blizzard looks pretty cool. Cool. Do, 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 do.
It is done.
Ancestral of Chaos. Alright. I need one. So do I have one in here? Are the canes? I do, right there. Let's do like that one. And then keep those in there. Should be all together. These can come out. Double canes, nothing. Can I re-roll this? Hold on, I want to see. Recycle. Transmute 3 of the same unique equipment or transmute a new version of that. But that means that has to be the same, like... It needs to be a legendary. Upgrade legendary 3 to 1. Okay. Interesting. 900% gold drop rate is wild. Huh. Well, now we know. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Okay. Nightmare Dungeon. Ice spikes burst twice if enemy is vulnerable, and Aspect says all cold damage makes enemies vulnerable, and just explosions everywhere. It seems cool. It seems cool. I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to do the cold version. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden my damage went through the roof. Like, there's one-shotting, and then there's fucking one-shotting. It's still Sorc. They didn't shoot it. They didn't kill it. I'm telling you, dude, people are traumatized. People are, like, giga traumatized by, like, what Blizzard does to builds. I mean, this is tier 10. It's definitely not dead. And someone cleared to 128 with it, with the Nerf version earlier today. So we're good. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's fine. Like, people are fine to have their concerns. Like, it makes sense. I'm just letting y'all know that, like, you're good. Alright, we're set. It doesn't need to be tier 12 to be fucking godlike, but it looks cool when you're able to do it in tier 12, right? Okay. I'm going to add a condition to this loot filter. Okay. What this is saying is that it will still show... So this one is going to be like... It hides... it also needs to be a condition of... hiding item type. Because I don't want to see rare charms or rare seals. So in this one, when we're saying I want to do this, I also have to add the condition of the rarity, being that it needs to be a legendary or a talisman set. So this is for gear, this is for talismans and stuff. This is saying we're going to hide everything. So, with this being said, now what happens if I drop this? It's still showing. Damn. It'll show it if it's ancestral. That's number one. Should also show it if it's legendary. Man, that's wicked. Like, you can't have it... If it's ancestral, it's going to show it. And if you flip-flop these to the top, I think it just won't ever show it. Oh, it does show it. Okay, nothing makes sense anymore. I don't know. Whatever. I know it works, or it didn't destroy anything. It didn't hurt anything, so whatever. Yeah, that one missed. See, now it's actually just showing this shit. So now the loot filter's really fucked up. Ah. At all. It's still showing. So what happened? Why is it showing those? Like these regular gloves and shit. Why is it showing those? Hide everything. Recolor. Show. if the item is a legendary and it's talisman. That's the problem. It's that one. Yeah, there's not and is the problem. Because I thought that with this adding condition, what it was saying is like that's and. Like it has to be this and this. It's still showing that shit on the ground. I don't fucking know what's going on anymore, man. I don't know how that got fucked up, but it did. This loot filter needs some work. Yep, now it's showing everything again. Yeah, I'll fix it afterwards. I don't know what happened, but like, the loot filter died. How much the rogue fixed for the nameless power nerf item? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with the rogue. I just know the thing is broken. And to abuse it while you can. My whole loot filter is just completely fucked, bro. I gotta go back and rewrite things. How bad is the nerf? Not too bad. It's a factor of 10. We got nerfed by about 10 to 12 pit tiers, but we were already clearing like 140s, so it's like not really that bad. Glorious Pants! That's what they should be called. Did you see that? You guys see that triple GA Glorious Pants? The armor and the barrier gen are fucking wild. So we have to actually remove an affix, and it needs to be a... What is this? Yeah, it's a defensive one, because that's what those affixes count as. I wish there was like an alt thing where it actually told you what type of it is. I'm pretty sure impairment reduction, dodge chance, or defensive. Damn. That sucks. Well, for science, I want to know. Okay. So... Now we... Okay, wait. So barrier generation and impairment are not defensive. So are those... Mobility? They're not anything. Huh. Remove... Adds a random bonus legendary affix. And then this one says... Removes the riskiest, but also the most powerful outcomes. What does that even mean? They're saying if I put this in here... Is this like upgrade? Transfigure item. Oh, gotcha. So all this does... Then from here... Adds a bonus legendary affix. What does this do? Removes the riskiest but also the most powerful outcomes? I don't want to fuck with that yet. Only usable on amulets. That's why. So you're saying I could do this with this? I get a bonus, like, whatever affix to my Esadoras? Just whatever the fuck it is? And why not? I mean, it's free. Wow, that's actually so good. You gain 24% enchantment potency. Which means this now is at like a 50% chance to cast Frozen Orb. It's not too bad. It would be good for other... I want to see it. Like, what? Can you keep doing this? Okay, so fuck it. Let's go for it. Interesting. Guess we'll go down to like 5, see what I got. No. Well, it would be awesome if I can get the one that gives me like additional ferocity stacks. That would be fucking incredible. But no. Crowd control an enemy. I mean, that's decent, but like, I have ways to keep up ferocity just fine. Nope. I already got the impassive one. I kind of want to, like, it's the only way I upgrade this Esidoras is that, like, it's a fucking ancestral Esidoras, which is gonna be like damn near impossible to find. So like, I might as well just go down to like 3. Dude, how have I hit the fucking potency one like 10 times? That's crazy. They're online. Did I just go for it? Fuck it. That's not terrible. All right. I mean, that's sort of the best one of the bunch, which means I no longer need... I no longer need this. I can now run that because I'm just going to fucking crowd control everything. And that's just going to give me a stacks of ferocity.
I'll be swinging away.
I like that. Charms and seals. Man, there's no, huh. Experience orbs is good. Experience orbs is good. I really already have, like, whispers done? God damn, dude. Like, whispers are getting done quick.
It is done.
Okay. Another pit. We're doing 3 pits in a row? Sick. The hell? Man, we really need to like fix this loot thing, this loot filter. Yeah, charms I can't actually. There we go. Alright, another pit.
Curse this place. I'm being followed.
Oh yeah. I'll make that adjustment after this. Nice. Okay. Hillside.
The daughter of hatred demands blood.
Maybe taste
Ah. Damn. Okay. Now we're doing Undercity. Sweet. All right, what's next here? Got Infernal Hordes there. We got Infernal Hordes at the end. There's Herogic regions. I like that. Olds and obols. I'm all about it. We'll do that because it's fast. Okay, we can do that. And then we're gonna need Infernal Hordes, but I don't know if I want to do 2 Infernal Hordes. I'm stuck to do it that way, huh? I'm gonna have to do 2 Infernal Hordes.
A sound strategy. Let's see it done. Let's go.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Something I get this time. Dariels. Cool. Dariels, which gives attack speed, poison resistance, life on hit, all stats, and enemies in the area. Interesting. So that is technically a 40% damage multiplier. But it's taking all of the damage that you've dealt, and then all of a sudden just exploding it in this Poison Nova. That's kind of crazy. Against single targets, 40%, but against like AoE, it could just like decimate groups. I think if you were to combine this with Azarath, it would go a little bit out of control. It would be double quadratic. So it'd turn into polynomial scaling. Alright, so this is a ring I've been waiting for. So casting a shock skill damages leaves enemies magnetized, causing them to emit crackling energy and receive 54% increased shock damage from you. Crackling energies damage pulls magnetized enemies together. That is an interesting ring. We're going to be losing a damage over time multiplier plus an actual thing multiplier. So this is... we already have a lot of damage over time multiplication. So it's not like we're actually losing that much. Really what we're losing is the cooldown reduction, the attack speed, the int. This gives int, so we're losing... we're getting gaming... I don't know. That's interesting. I'll have to keep that. That's an interesting one. And that's a top roll, too. For each second they are frozen. Yeah, that can scale into Azeroth as well. Alright. Infernal Hordes. The build is in the description of the YouTube video, and it's not too bad. It lowered us by, like, comfortably farming in terms of torments. It lowered us by 1, which isn't bad. That depends on the chaos wave. Damn. Dunzo. Actually, kind of need gold. I also need the gem fragments. Damn! I'll just go gem fragments. It's fine. Nightmare Dungeon, and then another Infernal Hordes.
It is done.
Static Blizzard dead. No. I just don't think people know how strong it was. So when they hear that an ability's been nerfed by a factor of 10, they're going, "Whoa!" And it's like, well, hold on. You know, it wasn't using Azarath, and the thing was clearing pretty good. So, you know. Look at your panties caught too much in a twist, I'd say. Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, I see that you guys are able to do tier 12s in less than 2 minutes. Okay, well, let's nerf it. Now you guys can't clear tier 7s. Like, that's not what happened. trying to see how much I can get with it. Oh. The conviction stacks. Bless you, players. So you have 28 conviction stacks at the top. Those, like, apparently are gonna give you good stuff at the end. We'll see. $37 conviction stacks, huh? Nice. Cool.
May you find your way back.
That's it for that piece.
Ah, man. Still haven't been able to find one that's double canes. Take you here. Okay, so it can go 3 to shock skills. So we need 3 to shock skills, but that is FOBA. Oh, well. There we go. We get 3 to shock skills is what we're looking for. Read your pyromancy skills. Okay. Yeah, now it's 96%. It's crazy, bro. Like, the scaling on this is absolutely nuts. 85%. 2 more ranks. Now it's 96%. That is bombastically ridiculous. And that, like, when you get that lucky hit just higher and higher and higher, above 100%, that means crackling energy is going to be spawning everywhere. Literally everywhere. And when you can do that, then it's going to cause you to expedite it or expend it super fast with this, which means you've collected more, because you can't collect more than your max, which means that your damage scales the unstable currents to the fucking moon, bro. It is ridiculous. All right. From here, I think we're doing that. So we can go ahead and do this 10 that I have. But in the Infernal, there the Infernal Hordes, there's one that has it where like they're more likely to do the ones you want. This one, yeah, Method of Madness. We're about to get it done. We can click that one with your previous choice. When the current wave has 10 seconds remaining, Aether events spawn at all locations. That's crazy. An ominous altar between waves and Infernal Hordes. It can be invoked only once and provides an Infernal Offering that shares a category with your previous choice. So you do that at the very, very end. Or you do that like between 8 and 9. You don't want to risk it. Interesting. That's super cool. I think you can get away with this though, because I need gem fragments, bro. Like I need all the gem fragments in the fucking world. It's not that Sorc is getting nerfed, it's that Sorc got nerfed. it's not that I know it's getting nerfed, it got nerfed. It's in the patch notes. It got nerfed. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do it. We can do a fiend. Salted Hordes. Fantastic. Ah. Stupid. $192 stacks on that is wild, man. Okay, what do we get? We got spawns. You can do Hellish Masses, which Mass has spawns or the Ambler. We'll do this one. This will be our last activity before your boy has to go to work. He'll be on tomorrow. I go back to having a normal life. We don't want to waste. Is it? I think it's still early. Just gotta keep stacking Hellborn. Oh, I thought I used my my other one. I thought I used my 10 thing key. Guess not. Oh well. It's fine. Physical resistance versus diamond giving resistance to all elements. Yeah, we just need physical resistance. Okay. You gain damage reduction while you have a bear and may drink potion at full life. Okay, this is temerity. I need rings.
A legendary prize for the mainlander.
Nope.
Nice. Terrible. Can't stop there. Come on, one more.
Nope. And nope. Okay. Where's my adept? Have everything, right? Resist all elements, I guess. Okay, everything else I have to like really go out of my way to get. So keep that there. Does it seem loot is better in the morning than late at night? No idea. Confirmation bias. Whew.
Chart the course. Where do we strike?
Okay, Infernal Hordes can be upgraded now. Hooray.
Fight well.
How much,
my friend.
one. $100,000. So with 100,000, that's what allows me to have one royal. That's wild. $100,000. Crazy. And 10 million. But it makes me go from a 20 to what? 22? I don't know if that's enough to care. Yeah, these aren't like giving big enough upgrades for me to go like, oh yes, need that for sure. So if I'm gonna choose one, it's probably gonna be this one right here. Abdicite. Gem fragments. Gem fragments drop instead. Abdicite. So it's this one. Abdicite drops. Or sorry. Gem fragments drop instead of that one. I want to go down. Once per wave, the scale attack event may appear. A primordial relic that kills all enemies within the Infernal Horde. Okay. Start of the Infernal Hordes, gain an Infernal Challenge. After completing Infernal completing the Infernal Challenge, which will have 200 Aether. Yeah, no, it's this one's probably gonna be the one that lines up the best. Nightmare Dungeon, Hellfire. Yeah, okay, that's fine. All right. Well, is the Nerf live? Yes, it is. Yeah, the Nerf is live, and they nerfed it by a factor of 10, and it's fine. It didn't do anything. Not really anything, honestly. We're still fucking strong. So, you know, give yourself some grace on that one. All right. Well, I have to get ready for work. So have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm still doing billions. Weird. Okay, yeah, but we were doing trillions. That was the thing. Like, yesterday we were doing trillions. Now we're back to doing billions. That was the thing. So, anywho. All right. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.